What's going on, Tamers? Welcome to DigiPod, the digital podcast. I'm your boy, Farney. Today in the studio with my boys, Mike and Dan. What's up?
What's going on? Except Mike's not really in the studio. He's more in some random hotel, probably a motel, who knows, where like a person can randomly... Let me stop, all right. Let me stop gassing it.
My company does well. I got a nice hotel. It's pretty big.
Damn.
You know, they give me good places when I travel.
Nice.
I only stay in Hilton's. I have a preference.
Mike, looks like you have a lot of room for activities there.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of sleeping.
Wow, that was a comment right there. Mike's a happily married man.
It's a fact. I love my wife. See, I was watching,
and then now you're married. Yeah,
it's my room for activities. You mean watching anime in bed? Then yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, I remember them hotel parties back in the day.
The hotel parties, huh?
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Moving on to the locals.
A lot of
let's
a lot of things happens in those hotels.
We're gonna get the comments about how the main topic doesn't start till like 45 minutes in, so let's just
That's
get
all
into
right.
it.
That's all right.
Locals. So we used the ban list this week at locals, as I'm sure many people did, because we all cumulatively said, "Fuck every single one of those cards on the ban list."
Agreed.
So I played Doru Goramon again, and I came to a realization. I came to it between like locals on Sunday and today. I had a lot of realizations. I really do like Doru Goramon as a deck. However, first of all, I don't do well with like 8 rookie decks. So I was playing 8 Lugamon, and I switched to playing 7 Lugamon and 2 Ukomon. Doesn't matter. I could probably run like full 12, like 12 Uko, 4 Uko, 8 Luga, and it probably wouldn't change anything. And as a matter of fact, I'd probably hate myself more for doing that. I don't know if it's like because of the speed of the game, or if it's Dan and somewhat Mike's influence on me, but like, I don't think I care for combo decks anymore. Not the way that like I used to. Like, I used to like the big payoff for getting into a stack and finding my pieces and all this sort of stuff. Now I don't. Like, I just want my deck to work, and having to look for piece after piece after piece is such a pain in the ass. I think that's why I like Magnamon so much, because my game plan is literally see rookie and then my level 4. I can either not swing and have a blocker, or swing because I'm 7 to 8k. No, I'm always 8k because of my egg. And then if I have it, I'll just Digivolve into Magna X, and now I've got this big 15k blocker that can be interacted with in some ways. And if you can't deal with it, cool. Then I get a double swing, or I get to swing once, restand, have blocker. Like, it's so much less piece reliant because it just requires me to see rookie champion. Sometimes I'd like to see tamers, would be nice in some matchups, but generally it's good. Generally I'm fine. Doru Goramon, like, man, Dan and I had we played in the first round. The first game, maybe like 10 minutes. That second game was like, I swear, that was like 40 minutes. And it literally was a bunch of back and forth because I stalled out. My hand was like Dexmon. What the hell is that option called? 6 cost option. Impulse. Metal Impulse. There we go. And then it was like 3 Lugamon, 2 Tamers, and a Doru Goramon. And I was like, I already had like the Darugamon in raising. Or no, I didn't even. I had a rookie in raising. So I didn't even have like the level 4. And I don't know what it was. There was something that just prohibited me from like actually doing something. Maybe it was the fact that I didn't have a level 5. I don't know. But that game was so like standstill. Like, I came up, I deleted a Marcus, and then Dan cleared my bodies, and then I collided with his ace, and I overflowed 10, and it was so bad, I just said, I actually can't do anything with 10 memory. Hold this Dorogoromon for 12 memory, put him to 2. He popped off at 2 memory. I had no Dorogoromon after giving him 2. And then I was like, damn, I probably lose this game. And then it dragged out some more. And I was just like, I hate this. I don't want to sit in a game where I, A, feel like I'm battling against myself, and B, where it's just like, my win con is like when I see my pieces, it's fantastic. I have a great time. You know, I'm having fun because I'm actually playing the game. But when I don't, I just hate myself for putting myself in that position. So yeah, I feel, like I said, I don't know if it's like because of me playing the game for so long, if it's Dan Mike's influence, or if it's just a change in like the pace of the game, but I kind of fancy myself a little bit more of a, now I'm not going to call myself an aggro player. I don't think I'd ever, I don't know. We'll see. But like, I'm going to try out Red Hybrid, because Red Hybrid is the same in concept as Magnamon, in that I don't give a shit if I'm swinging my level 4s at 10k 2 checks, or piercing, or gaining 2 memory, like when I check that security, because it's the game plan, right? Like, it's built in. It hurts less to lose those than it does to lose a Durugumon to a giant missile first check, and then have nothing to follow it up with. So yeah, I went 1-2. I won against Shine, and then I lost to Red Hybrid in 3 turns each game. And then I lost to Rapidmon because of giant missile first check. I was like, all right. So yeah, I also goofed. I goofed big time. I forgot how to play the game, and so I swung thinking, okay, cool, I'm gonna bait his Mega Gargo because then I can remove it in overflow, forgetting that Mega Gargo doesn't let me Digivolve. So I swung, he blocked. I was like, cool, Dex from trash, save itself. And I was aggravated because he didn't announce that effect. Like, he was just like, I'll blast Digivolve, I'll make it so that can't unsuspend, and I'll unsuspend. Well, actually, I don't even think he said that.
Well, those are 2 different effects, I believe, right? Can't you choose two to not suspend and 2 not to Digivolve?
You can, but
if I remember, so like, if he didn't announce it, that's not your problem. You should have been able to do it if that's the case.
Yeah, but I was upset that because my entire game plan was predicated on, all right, cool, I'm gonna swing, force him to use the ace because I knew he had it, and then I'm gonna save myself from trash, and then I'm going to Doru Gray, and I'm gonna pass turn, and I'm gonna make him swing, and then I'm gonna go into Doru Goromon, and I'm gonna pop it, blah 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 blah. Somewhere in my mind, it didn't connect that I also can't Digivolve with Mega Gargo. Right. And so I was, for like, I would say like 5 minutes after the match, I was like super upset with the way that turned out, because I was like, fuck, like, he didn't announce the effect. Like, I'm really aggravated about that. And I was like, wait, no. I'm a bad player because I forgot that Mega Gargo doesn't let me Digivolve, because that means my entire game plan was screwed, essentially.
Right.
Like, I did an entire play that was legitimately bad.
Whether if he knew or not, you should be more aware of that part and be like, exactly. Oh wait, I can't do what I thought I was gonna do.
Exactly. So I was like, you know what? That, like, I think that's also what like put it for me. I was like, I hate playing the game against myself in a way. Like, if I had swung a Takuya, or not a Takuya, like a Nagunimon, and I got giant missiled, I'd have been like, okay, I'll just play down like this Flamemon in search, or this other tamer, because I'm just gonna Digivolve next turn, or some stupid shit. So yeah, TLDR, Farney is exploring the aggro routes. Shout outs to Dan and Mike for influencing him. That's how my locals went. That's the conclusions I came to after this weekend.
My locals, I played Shine, like Varney mentioned, because we played round 1. 2-1 in general. My losses to Varney felt 90% my fault, to me, honestly. Like, I didn't feel like it was like him, like, you know, super out, like, play me. I felt like I outplayed myself because I didn't know the effects of the Dorogoro stuff too well. And so, like, just like lack of knowledge of what new stuff. Like, I know the gist of the idea of what they do, but like, you know, there's different, you know, interactions you just don't know because you don't play against it or haven't played against it yet. Me personally, I haven't played against the new Dex Dorogoro stuff. I really felt that game one, I don't remember fully. He smacked me up real fast. I know I didn't have the good Marcuses at all. I had the one of bad Marcus. Well, let's rephrase. He's not bad, but in the situation I was in, I needed BT12 Marcus. BT12 Marcus was so desperately needed. I also didn't realize about which one pops, Dex or Dorogoro. I like played into the Dorogoro play so badly.
It was both. So
yeah,
the big key part is that Dex Darugamon digivolving from trash or with Darugamon in source, it pops a play cost 4 or less Digimon.
Right.
Which means
Marcus's
normally you wouldn't be able to delete because it's leveled. No, I'm just deleting a play cost 4, and since Marcus is a Digimon,
right,
that guy. And
that was the worst part because I ended up getting that one of, because I have it as a one of the new Marcus, which he's good in his own way in his own situation, but against that situation, that was like the worst because you have to activate the on play effect to make a Marcus into a Digimon. It doesn't say you may, it just says, you know, make Marcus into a blocker with 3k DP at the end of your opponent's turn, and so I had to do that. Which means that allowed him to go, all right, cool. you're fucked, kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out pop your Marcus, and then you're gonna force to I'm gonna force you to activate collision, force you to block and kill. I think I had like a Geo Greymon or a Rise Greymon at that moment. But then I also just like, I don't know, I know somewhere in that play, or maybe that was game 2, I played a Marcus, like not knowing about like the Dorogoro effect, really, of popping the tamer, and like I played right into it, and I didn't like benefit out of the Marcus play. I could have did something different, possibly. That's where like new shine stuff comes in handy because like, all right, cool. I can't maybe use the Marcus the way Marcus wants to be used, but I can force the suspension and activate effect anyways. And so like game 1, it was just like really quick. I was like, all right, cool. Let me figure things out as we go. Game 2 happened. Again, I ended up opening up the stupid one of Marcus again early. And I'm just like, fuck. It's a one of. And I'm just like, all right, where's the other Marcus that I need? So I ended up eventually getting to them. But because like I was slow and he was slow, we were kind of like doing plays but not doing it. We were like making plays of progress just to do nothing kind of type of thing. Like, so like it was just like a weird situation that for both of us, I felt like. And then I'm like overly thinking because I'm like, I'm not 100% sure like how his stuff works. I know he doesn't have no ace plays, but like, all right, like if I pop this, what's gonna happen type of thing. And I kept double checking his trash, like, all right, what's in your trash? What do you have on board? Is this Dorogoro? Is this Dora Gray? Is this, you know, which one is it? Which one do you have in trash? Because it matters, right? And so like I wasn't like fully sure and stuff about how like interactions happen. Like also like, cause like I know what collision does, but like I didn't fully know like, all right, I think it's both Dorogoro and Dex Dorogoro can like unsuspend when a Digimon's deleted. Yeah. So like I didn't realize that at all. That was another thing. Because if I would have realized some of these things, I would have done things differently and be more aggressive at times. I also I had opportunities to go to different shines because I had both in hand multiple times, and I kept choosing the wrong shine at the wrong times. I felt like because I was like, oh, I don't care what he does, I'll be all right. And then it's like, oh, pop my shine. I was like, fuck, I had the shine to be protective, and so like that kept happening too on game 2. And then I ended up using all 3 burst modes in the game or something like that, or not. Was it 3 or was it that one got trashed? I don't remember. I just know that all 3 was in my trash because because game 2 was the burst mode, the ace play, and then you crash into it. And like I knew, so like at that point when he did that, right, I was like, there's a chance he can like do something with this, but like, what's the chances he just makes me attack anyway? So like I didn't attack, I think, with it or something like that. I just left it there, I think.
Yeah, you left
I don't remember.
there.
And I didn't attack, and I should have attacked at least, because it's like, all right, cool, then like I get some value out of it. And I think that's my issue was with that, because it's like I kept thinking he can't do anything with it. And I was like, oh wait, collision forces you to attack, and I would have another body sometimes on board, and then I'm like, oh wait, collision, I'll block with the small body, haha, no, burst mode is safe, psych, I unsuspend, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what kept like happening in that game too, kind of. And then like I know at one point I had to do a bad play by using the burst mode with a training boost and I like forced a suspension of the markers to trash security because it needed to get stuff out of the way just to get progress too. And then like ended up being like a waste because he ended up popping it somehow again. Like it just kept going back and forth to the point where I was like, I ran out of burst modes and I ran out of Shine Greymon. So I was like trying to do everything up to a Rise Greymon level. And then, oh, you kept de-digivolving because I had the Protective Shine, but you de-digivolved it twice. That's what it was. I was like, all right, I can't, like I didn't realize again about the de-digivolve thing. And then, the final like turns for both of us definitely felt like I misplayed because I should have deleted other things, and I don't know why I targeted the Dorogoromon, because not Dorogoromon, it's the is it Dorogor, the low 4?
Yeah,
what's the low 4?
No, the level 4 is Darugamon.
I don't know why. Yeah, Dorugamon. I kept I targeted that for an attack. Not realizing that, I don't know why. Again, I knew he had the Dex version. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna attack over it and it's gonna be fine. I was like, oh, this is also by battle. God damn it. And so that threw me off. I was like, oh, I just lose now. And then he was like, oh, I got this 1k DP now too. I was like, I thought I was gonna die regardless. I think that's why I did it, because I was like, I thought I was gonna die regardless without realizing the 1k DP or something like that. And so they ended up crashing, or I crashed into it. I forget what it was. The Marcus died somehow.
No, you didn't.
Right?
It died because of the Dex Digivolve.
Oh, because the Evo pops. Right. That's what it was. So then that happened. The better play should have been, because he had like, I think it was like, I got rid of a Luke. It was a Tyranna.
Probably a Lugar.
That it was the Dex Dorogora, Lugar, and maybe a Luga as well on board. And so I should have targeted like everything else, but besides the what's it called? I can't. Dorugamon.
I always.
And so like that would have been like whether if I win or lose next turn, but the best plays to let me potentially to survive, depending on what he has, was me taking those out instead of trying to kill the Doruga. Oh my god. I'm so used to saying
welcome to the tongue twister.
Yeah, right. I'm so used. I was just so thinking like, all right, I'm gonna get rid of it because I know this could be more problematic later instead of dealing with those. If I dealt with those, whether he had it or not next turn didn't matter, but the better play was to get rid of those and then go from there. And if he had it type of thing. Yeah, so I just felt like I was just misplaying poorly throughout most of it, and just lack of knowledge. I felt like for sure, like next time, like whether I win or lose doesn't matter. It's more of I understand what I'm doing against the deck now, type of thing. And then round 2 was, what did I play against round 2? I played Omnimon. That's what it was.
Oh,
he was brick festing, and I was just like comboing off every chance I had with a Shine. So that ended up being pretty easy. He even hard played Omnimon twice. I was like, all right, cool. How many negs I gotta do? Neg 15. All right, let me get there. I just need a neg 12 and then pop with the Agu effect, something like that. So like I kept doing that, and then like overflow. What is it? 5, 6,
5.
5. Yeah, overflow 5. So like I kept doing more shenanigans. Just like at one point I had like 5 Marcuses on board. I was like, yes, nothing you gonna do about this, buddy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then game 2 he DNA'd, but like it didn't matter. No, he hard evo. That's what it was. He hard evo over a War Greymon, and cool, we got rid of it. I was like, all right, I'll just raise this Agu that makes a Marcus into Digimon. I got 3 more Marcuses as well. Scoop, like, you know, type of thing. It was pretty easy. I don't know if it's like I just think because he said his build wasn't like optimal at all, so I think that's probably why. Yeah, but he also wasn't running. He had like a black metal Garurumon in it that doesn't synergize with the deck well. Because like you could do something once. Yeah, you could do like you can Evo over something. I think it is, but like it's very restrictive on what you're allowed to do because it's a black base. It's the black metal Garurumon. And so he had some other stuff that wasn't like like fully optimized. So definitely would like to try to against a more optimized build of that. And then round 3 I played against we got a new guy that showed up, Mike, and he wants to play more weekly, so that's pretty cool. So he just had a starter deck, so there wasn't anything too crazy. So it was just he was playing the 04 starter deck. I was like, why you didn't just get like at least the Imperial one? He's like, oh. It's like, all right, you know. So that was an easy 2-0 win. Also trying to teach him
bullying the newbies.
No, not even. I was teaching him how to play the game as well as I'm like playing.
That reminds me, we need a new starter deck. Actually, goddamn.
I know One Piece gets new starter deck like every month.
Yeah, they get new starter decks all the time.
Like 6 months for us to get a new starter deck.
I think One Piece actually already has more starter decks than Digimon.
Yeah, they get like 6 at a time.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Well, that's all it should. We should be getting a couple at a time.
Yeah, it's gonna upset people if we talk about One Piece. Let's not talk about it.
But yeah.
But I'm also
it's cool. He wants to like try to build O4s, but I was like, you might need to that might take some time because
monetary investment.
Yeah. And so I told him try to grab like Imperial stuff because that's a lot more cheaper to build. So I don't know if that he's gonna go that route or something, but we'll see.
You said Imperial?
There's only one expensive card in there. Come on, it's Pyojimon.
That's a $25. That's
better than Rena that you need 4 of. That's also a 40-50.
This card is almost $30. It's pretty much $30.
It's all right.
It's pretty much Rena at this point, except on
it might as well, though it is the better deck. So
but you can play. You can just grab two starters, Imperial, and then add stuff, and not have to worry about that Pyojimon if you're someone that can't afford those. So that could still be a thing for him.
That Pyojimon is fucking insane.
Well, of course, but yeah. So I ended up somehow like getting 4th. I guess because Varney went 1 and 2, that like brought my breakers down or something. Because everybody else, I was surprised who got like 2nd and 3rd. I was like, oh, okay. I guess that's a thing.
Yeah, sorry, I ruined your run there, sir.
Oh, totally. Mike, how about you?
I went to locals this weekend. Very brief. So I went on Saturday. Gabby took her boards on Saturday. So while she was taking her boards, and right after we filmed our podcast, I had like a 2 or 3 hour buffer. So I ran over to locals. Some guys are meeting up there. Just did some more games. They don't have any organized play yet, so it's not really any tournaments. Just kind of playing with whoever's there and stuff like that. But really, again, was just helping my one friend play test for next week's Niagara Falls regional. Hoping he does pretty good. But yeah, just chill, nothing crazy. Just a lot of play testing. But hopefully soon we can actually start getting some organized play, because that'd be nice. But starting from scratch is really fucking hard, I gotta say.
I mean, it's cool that we talked about that on that last live pod, in case you guys might have missed it. But it's cool that you were able to cultivate a community nonetheless, because you're right, building a community from scratch is like requires like a lot of effort to even just to show up, because you're like, I'm gonna show up knowing that like
then nobody's there.
Nobody else could show up. Right. So it's even just like a time investment, but it's paying off, which is great. So
yeah, hopefully we keep having some consistent people every week. Will be really fucking awesome. We also just have to get a better day, because it's tough because some people can't make it all. Like, we've been meeting up on Saturdays, but I used to play with this one guy, Nate. Shout out to Nate. I know he listens to our podcast. but he can only come on Sundays, so it's been like this weird discrepancy, and I feel bad not being able to include everyone all the time. So I'm trying to figure that out too.
Yeah, scheduling is definitely tough. Sundays are I don't know how Sundays were decided for the Edge, but I know for me,
I don't know either.
I was just like, okay, cool. Well, it's Sundays, so that's the day I gotta try to make it because it's the only place in 40 some miles, unless I want to drive to Philly, and I'm not driving to Philly, so
nah.
Yeah, I don't mind Sundays and mind Sundays all at the same time because
I hate it during football season because I'm like, I just want to watch football on my nice big screen TV, order some fucking wings, and just relax and enjoy some nice Philadelphia Eagles football. #Go Birds.
Yikes. Anyways, it's tough because Sunday is also just my like I want to like kick it and relax day, you know, like stay home, do some chores in the morning, then hang out with my girlfriend and relax. So it is tough, but I guess people are just free Sundays, I guess, which makes sense. I think most people end up not working. So
most sports people aren't nerds like us. So,
that's also true.
You know, we're three guys where we happen to like cross that medium, and I'm sure there's like a lot of other card game players who cross that medium, but like the majority of players at our shop do not.
They have no idea what the world looks like either.
Yeah, we just so happen to be like the three guys who are into like all the sports, because I like football is my primary. I don't mean to derail this, but you know, y'all come here to listen to us talk bullshit too.
It's all right.
Football is my primary. I would say soccer's went down in recent years for me. I'm much more into baseball. Yeah, I love soccer. My dad was a big soccer fan, so I was really big into EPL for a while, but soccer's went down recently for me. I don't keep up on it as much because it's like it's a chore to keep up with it when it's halfway across the world. So baseball's kind of been like baseball and basketball have fought for my secondary. And recently it's been baseball because the Sixers have constantly disappointed me season after season after season after season after season.
It's a new season, baby. They got you know, Paul George is a new team.
I'm hoping that we don't go home in the second round again. We'll see what happens. That being said, the Phillies don't disappoint me. They do their best. So I'm a Philadelphia fan, if y'all couldn't tell. I'm a hometown boy. I like all my hometown teams. And we have, I live in Allentown. We have the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs here, which is the AAA affiliate for the Phillies. So that just like makes it even better because I'm just like, all right, cool. Like it's right there. I can go watch a game anytime. So yeah, baseball's taken its spot.
The Iron Pigs are pretty cool, actually.
It is. It's you know, it may not be like the best.
Bring your kids and eat some fucking
and it's
hot
cheap,
dogs,
bro.
Yeah.
It's like $30 and you can just go sit on the lawn with everybody. Like that's
cool.
$30 to watch a game and just fucking do some shit. Hell yeah. Like I don't care for hockey as much. I took Jasmine to a hockey game once because we also have the minor league team for the what the fuck are they called? I don't even know our hockey team's name. The Flyers?
Flyers.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Flyers. We have their minor league team, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
I don't know. I feel like hockey in person is probably crazy. Like I feel like that's like such a different environment.
It's definitely, Jasmine didn't like the environment. She said it was like kind of aggressive. And I was like,
exactly. Yeah. That's the point. Like you gotta be about it.
I was like, I'm all for it. I'm like, yeah, hit that motherfucker into the wall. I'm like, yeah, he smashed him. Like, it was stupid, bro. So yeah, needless to say, she's not going to another hockey game. I mean, I wouldn't go by myself. I don't care for hockey like that, but it's a cool experience. Not to derail though.
Basketball and NBA game and live. Oh my god, that's a fucking crazy.
NBA games live are phenomenal.
That's the only sport I've
the one I went to for Madison Square Garden. Oh my god, the Garden was so crazy. The energy in that was like, I would have loved to have played in there for one time. You know.
I think it's like Wells Fargo Center. That's where the Sixers play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you.
That shit gets crazy. It gets popping too.
The motherfuckers are losing. They know how to keep that place lit.
Yeah.
I remember I took my dad, story time from Barney. So if you guys don't want to listen, you can skip ahead a few minutes. I took my dad to a Sixers game because he used to be in the basketball, and then he didn't like the cheating that was like happening back in like the 70s or 80s, whenever it was. I don't know anything about that. That's his words, not mine. He was a Bulls fan, so he was a big Michael Jordan fan, and he's like betrothed to the Bulls. He's like, I can't have any other team but Chicago, even though, you know, he's also a hometown boy. He likes Philadelphia teams. I was like, listen, here's the medium. I like Philadelphia. You like Chicago. Here's a game that they're playing at home. We can go see. You can support your team and I'll support mine. All right, cool. So we went. I was unfiltered. You know, they were making some dumbass calls, and I was sitting there and I was like, yo, refs, what the fuck? That was a shit call. And my dad's sitting there looking at me like this.
I'll never forgive Chicago for booing Derrick Rose after he returned after his ACL and meniscus. That will live rent free in my head for the rest of my life, and I will never forgive any Chicago sports team for it. Fuck all Chicago sports.
Yo,
how dare they
low-key.
Disrespect my boy D-Rose like that?
Not even low key, high key facts. It's like
crazy.
D-Rose is a national treasure, and he needs to be treated as such.
He needs to be protected.
Yeah.
Oh man. Needless to say, I'll never go to another basketball game with my dad because he can't handle me at a live sports event. I've never been to a Philadelphia Eagles game. And as much as I would love to go, I would also never go with my dad, because if you see me at home during a Philadelphia Eagles football game,
you'd be going crazy.
My dad would be absolutely disappointed in me if we went to a live game. He would look at me with such disdain. So yeah. Dad, if you're listening to this, yes.
Bro, I'm dead.
Oh man. Anyways, we're a Digimon podcast. So main topic. Market about the 32-minute mark. So if you guys want to drop that comment, you can drop your comment now. 32 minutes, we're going to talk about the EX7 set preview. So let me share my screen here. We're going to be taking a look at EX7, all the fun stuff, because yeah, we have a ban list, and that is in effect before EX7 hits. So we're going to see if these decks are good and if they're not. So I guess before we even talk about EX7, let's talk about our starter decks, because we're getting those at the same time. So first,
literally exact same day, right?
Yeah, they're all coming out same day.
Crazy.
So we're getting green and yellow. That's the colors they're focusing on this time. Green and yellow. Green's finally getting its own protagonist, not named Imperial. It's not sharing a color with blue. And yellow's getting its own shit. It's not sharing a color with purple. So pretty cool stuff. I personally find that both of these archetypes, Zafaga and Sendril, are good enough to hold their own. They definitely weren't good enough to hold their own against the likes of Ukomon. And I do specifically cite Ukomon because, I mean, they're really, realistically, they just weren't fast enough. These decks are going to encounter a lot of contention against the likes of both Ancient Garuru as well as Imperial and even Mirage. With that being said, I'm very interested to see how the meta plays out and if these decks can finally push their way into the meta or if they'll continue to be held down. So just going over the point of these decks, some new mechanics. The green deck here.
Vortex
Warriors. So if you look, Zafaga here, he is a Magic Knight Vortex Warrior. And they have the new Vortex keyword. At the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack an opponent's Digimon. For everybody who has asked, well, does that kind of affect, you know, if it says this Digimon may attack, does that count if I play the Digimon this turn?
No,
Vortex,
read the rest of the card.
Vortex says yes. This Digimon may attack with this effect on the turn it was played.
For the record, for anyone who thinks you can attack with Omnimon, you cannot, because there's no text that says this Digimon may attack with this effect on the turn it was played. No, you cannot. It just says you may attack an opponent's Digimon, whatever Omnimon's text is.
Yeah, and it doesn't
or
say
the tie and Matt gives it or whatever.
Before we go into the meat and potatoes of this deck any further, I feel like we should mention that each of these decks comes with all the training cards, all the promo training cards.
Yeah.
Alt arts,
yes,
yep. So it will be worth picking these decks up for the training cards alone, because those are staples.
Yes.
I don't recall how much of each you get in the deck. I think it's one of each, right?
I would imagine. I'm not sure, but if I had to guess, it's probably one of each. So you have to buy 4 starter decks, most likely.
Right. Let's double check. Offense, training. I know they have different. Oh, they don't show the different arts here. Unfortunate. So I know there are I think there's 2 different arts, one for each card, because it's one showing.
One for each of the tamers.
And one showing Taro and Shoto, one showing Arisa and Shumon.
Right.
So I believe each starter deck comes with each color and its respective Tamer Digimon pairings art. So yeah, to get a play set of the new training cards or the alt art training cards, you would essentially need to buy 4 decks. Now I believe the MSRP on these decks are super cheap. Correct me.
Was it $10-15?
I think it's supposed to be like $11.99.
Yeah, because these are just normal starter decks.
These they're also not advanced, like the advanced starter decks, so those are usually more expensive.
Yeah, these are just the normal ones. I think they probably come. I think there's another. What other promo comes in there too? Right? There's another one.
I think that's the only promo.
No, I think they get a yellow memory boost and a green memory boost.
Oh
too.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. It's an alt art with basically, I think it's the box art essentially, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an alt art. So these box arts that you guys are seeing, that's printed on the cards. Unfortunately, I don't think those memory boosts are foiled. So big sad for those of us who like foiled, not only foiled cards, but like foiled art. Yeah, I don't think it's foiled, unfortunately.
Dun, dun, dun.
So yeah, you guys can go on Game Nerds and you can pre-order them for $12.97. Shout out if you're gonna shop on Game Nerds, use our affiliate link, links.dgu.gg/Game Nerds. We get a kickback. It goes right back into the channel. We will actually use that to pay our editor. But yeah, $12.97. So for a playset, you're paying $52. You're getting the deck, you're getting the alt art memory boost, and one of each alt art training card. So rest assured that the decks will, give you some value for buying them. I know for myself, I think I ordered like a display of both, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. The display comes with like 6 decks, I believe. So it was cheaper that honest to God, it was cheaper that way. So yeah. Vortex Warriors. So this is Shoto. So we'll start with Shoto the Tamer. Basically, he's your memory setter. When one of your Digimon attacks an opponent's Digimon, you can suspend him to switch the target to either another Digimon or the player. And I believe the ruling says that you can target another Digimon that is unsuspended. I'd have to double check on that, but I feel like I read something like that just the other day, and that was it. That was a viable target. So that plays very well into Vortex, because Vortex specifically says it may attack an opponent's Digimon. So in other words, if you're playing this and your opponent doesn't have a Digimon, there is nothing for you to attack with Vortex. So for you to essentially, Vortex for game, you would need both your opponent to have a Digimon in play, as well as Shoto on field, so that you can switch the target to the player. But in other words, there has to be a viable Digimon on your opponent's field, which I think makes Vortex very balanced. Otherwise, I think that would have been overly just like such a problematic thing. So Terramon Rookie searches. We get a new Biomon with Fortitude. It's literally trash. You're not going to use that card. That's starter deck.
Very true.
Like a whole ass multicolored Biomon that digivolves for 1. No black box with Fortitude. Count me out, Chief. Count me out.
Disappointment at its finest.
We got it's a 3K DP Digimon rookie, bro. That would have seen play back in the day.
I remember back in the day we have our 5K DP rookies. F that one.
Justify, exactly. Now, this Falcomon would have seen play when attacking, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, i.e. Rookie Rush, suspend one of your opponent's blockers. Ahaha. But yeah. We get a Muchomon because, you know, Muchomon is also best boy next to Terramon, who's actually pretty good in my opinion. When effect suspends this Digimon all turns, you can buff one of your Bird, Avian, or Vortex Warriors by 3k. So it probably would get pulled out the deck, but it's still pretty cute, and it has Piercing as an inheritable. We get a Kiwimon to suspend shit. We get a Kokatorimon that has Blocker and Piercing. Galemon is the SR.
Wait, say that name one more time.
Kokatorimon. What did I say before?
That's not. You mean Kakatorimon?
No, I'm pretty sure I said Kokatorimon. You're over here thinking like Cox, bro. Cox.
Yeah, that's how it says. It's Kakatorimon.
Yeah, Kokatorimon.
It's not named for like a chicken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Galemon is our SR level 4. I love the security effect on both this and what we're going to see on Shushumon. You may play one card with the Liberator trait and a play cost of 4 less from your hand, or trash without paying the cost. So giving a reason, you know, it's whereas other games like One Piece or like Duel Masters, where like your shields or your life comes to hand. Obviously, we don't have that in Digimon. A card like Galemon saying, all right, cool, I was in security, but I'm not dead for you. I'm actually going to do something. You get to play something, whether it's a Tamer or another Digimon for free, is pretty cool. I like that a lot. He also has Vortex on main body, so that can be pretty nice. We have a Daramon. He's going to get cut. He's a blocker with an on deletion, but a level 5 with an on deletion. Why would I want my level 5 to be deleted? Grand Galemon, that's our level 5, our Bird Dragon Vortex Warrior. He's going to suspend something, and if it's suspended one of your Digimon, you get to play a Digimon. Inheritable, basically, when you attack a Digimon, you unsuspend, so it gives Zafagamon the ability to board control. We get Parrotmon. Ooh, look, a Parrotmon, the second Parrotmon in the game. On play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then they can't unsuspend. And also Piercing. So if you couldn't tell, a lot of Piercing inheritables in this deck. And then the titular character, Zafagamon. When Digivolving, you suspend one Digimon and unsuspend one. Doesn't matter what you're suspending or unsuspending. And all turns, when it becomes unsuspended, it isn't affected by your opponent's Digimon effects, which is increasingly becoming more important for decks because, I mean, look at this deck alone. This deck has like a lot of like suspend one of your opponents, suspend a Digimon or suspend an opponent's Digimon. Being able to just be unaffected by your opponent's Digimon effects, not giving like complete blanket immunity, but just saying, all right, cool, you were doing some ignorant shit, and now I can at least be protected against you doing your ignorant shit is pretty nice. It means that against the likes of like Ancient Garuru, they can't bounce you. If you have something lower level, of course they can bounce that. But if you're Zafagamon chilling on field, they can't bounce you. And then comboed with the Shoto that we get in EX7, you can give it blocker, though you would be deleted. Because I don't think there's any all-turn buffs except the the Terramon, right? No, I'm wrong.
No, I think they're all your turn boosts, not
you're right. I just read the effect. I'm stupid. So yeah, it gets the 3k. So it's a 14k blocker, which can be really nice.
Right.
So we'll see how that can stack up against the likes of all of Imperial. Well, Imperial's just going to source strip you, but the other two big bads. We have this other level 6 called Eaglemon, who I've never heard of before today. It has Fortitude and an on-flame and Digivolving. You get to return.
That's a Parrotmon's Mega.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's a Parrotmon.
Digivolves into an eagle. Interesting.
That's interesting to you, but the fucking dog digivolves into the cat, digivolves into the angel.
We don't have to talk about that right now. We don't have to talk about that right now.
I feel like Parrot and Eagle is a pretty direct translation.
Into woman.
Yeah.
Digivolves into dragon.
Like, I thought that was pretty obvious that it was a parrot to the Eaglemon. Like, yeah, I thought it was pretty, you know.
Not at all.
This guy, Mike, this guy.
This fucking guy. Animal.
What if I told you that the Falcomon digivolves into the, I don't know.
The Kakatorimon?
Yeah, the Kakatorimon that's gonna digivolve into the Parrotmon that digivolves into the Eaglemon.
Hey, Animal Embrace is probably the new go-to level or option removal for green decks. Before it was Giant Missile, which Giant Missile is still pretty good, but this is suspending a Digimon. Doesn't matter what you're suspending. And if it's suspended one of your Digimon, you get to bottom deck an opponent's suspended Digimon and unsuspended Digimon. So comboed with Green's constant ability to suspend shit, if you're able to suspend like Tyrant, for example.
It is actually like an absurdly good card because the last text just says then unsuspend one Digimon. So you can just like go for like a weird OTK kill. You could like you can do a lot of weird things with this card because of that.
For real?
I feel like it was unnecessary, but it's also not seeing like a whole lot of play. But I mean, future proofing wise, it's a very strong option card.
Agreed. It's not going to replace Giant Missile, but it has a lot of potential. So that's our green deck. Our yellow deck here, Sendril. So we're focused on token play. Oh, I forgot to go over Fluffymon. Look at Fluffymon.
How dare you forget the Fluffy?
He said, "Look at Fluffymon.
Look at Fluffymon. He's so. Look at Yolkmon. That's what the."
By the way, if you go to Digimon Meta and pull up the cards, you can look at all the alt arts for each of the decks if you want to show them all.
Yep.
Yeah, look at Fluffymon and Yolkmon. But yeah, all right. So
aren't they so cute?
So unfortunately, Sendril didn't get a new egg. They're just using Kyaromon. It's still a good yellow egg. If you have another Digimon, draw one. Finally, a good fucking generic yellow draw egg that's not predicated upon my motherfucking security.
I feel like you should rephrase that. They didn't get a new Digimon as an egg.
Yes.
Right.
Not
you
that
would think so.
They did get a brand new card as an egg.
Yes, just they reused Kyaromon. Unfortunately, we didn't get like a, I don't know. What would Shumon's in training have been like?
I don't know. I would have thought maybe, I was about to say, maybe it's a shoe.
A shoebox. Shoebox.
Yeah. It's a toddler shoe. A toddler shoe.
Disappointing as us getting Chaperomon and not Shushumon.
That wasn't that disappointing to me.
I'm upset we didn't get Shushumon.
A lot of people were really upset we didn't get Shushumon.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. Because we did get the Shumon for the level 4, right? That's still the name.
Yeah, Shumon. Yeah.
We got fucked by on the 5.
It's a raccoon. Is that what this is? Or a squirrel?
It's a thing. A squirrel, a giant squirrel. I don't know.
A squirrel called Shumon.
I don't know. It got rollerblades, roller skates on its feet.
It actually looks like a tanuki to me, actually.
Oh, okay.
Which is a Japanese raccoon dog.
I was about to say, is that like the same like family, something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. So the only reason I know that is because I just rewatched Yu Yu Hakusho.
Is that so random?
Tanuki in it. Also, Gaara's two-tailed beast is a tanuki.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
All right, so going over the cards here, we've got Junkmon, who is pretty junk. It's got Decoy, but you don't give a shit about that. And Barrier, which we definitely don't care about that as an inheritable. You've got your Shumon Searcher, so same thing as Teromon. Then we've got new Pawn Chessmons. So the Chessmon deck got an indirect buff. Unfortunately, they still Digivolve for 1. They couldn't give us something
because it makes
0
perfect sense.
So unfortunately, the Chessmon deck still suffers from the problem of having a Digivolve for 1, just like the Edamon rookies, but it is what it is. On play, you trash a puppet to draw 2, and it has Reboot as an inheritable. The other Pawn Chessmon is a blocker with the on deletion to trash a puppet and draw 2. And we've got good old Doggymon, who's absolutely trash and is the first card that you're taking out of this deck. On play, on deletion, sec -1. We've got better cards to do that, buddy. We got a Tobu Catmon who has jamming. So yellow can now, swing at their level 4 and do some ignorant shit just like Imperial, right? Just like Imperial, right? And it has a Barrier as an inheritable. Shushumon, it's basically the same thing as Galemon, except instead of Vortex, it has Overclock, which I didn't talk about Overclock. So let's talk about Overclock. Overclock with the puppet trait.
You hit people with a giant clock.
I would also like to point out, actually, that we already had a yellow level 4 with jamming from Caesarmon in BT1.
Wow,
it's just
that's impressive.
Not good.
All the way from BT1.
I know that because I was playing that in a very jank version of Lord Nightmon not too long ago.
Of course you were.
Wow. Out of all the things you grab that.
Yeah.
Like off topic, but remember when Musiamon came out in like BT?
That was game breaking, man.
And Purple had access to jamming, and we were like,
right.
Ooh, what type of shenanigans can we do with Musiamon?
Right. Absolutely nothing. That's what we could do.
Nothing. Anyways, overclock trait at the end of your turn by deleting one of your tokens or one of your other Digimon with the puppet trait. This Digimon attacks a player without suspending. The wording there is very important. That means yes, just like a Resto Dramon Superior mode, you can attack while suspended. So yeah, you can get a double attack in, which is pretty cool. It's a nice way to make use of tokens. We get Pandamon, another one with the non-deletion that we don't give two shits about. Pandamon's
another one we're gonna throw into the bulk pile eventually.
Exactly. Now, X-Tyrannomon
can be a thing.
Hidden Tyrannomon support, not really, but we can cope for it. We can cope for it. A level so it digivolves from a level 4 with Tyrannomon or Raremon in its name for 3. It has Armor Purge. It digicrosses with a Tyrannomon and a Raremon and a Tyrannomon or a Raremon and a level 4 puppet. And then it has Barrier as an inheritable. So I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but rest assured that there's going to be some stupid Tyrannomon jank that I make up using X-Tyrannomon as one of my level 5s.
You know what's funny?
Tyrannomon. What?
How from the beginning of this game, I've been the Tyrannomon copist, and then I slowly stopped being that, and then you took over for me basically of being this Tyrannomon copist.
I don't know.
I'm waiting for the new stuff.
Tyrannomon. I really do love that.
I really like the new stuff. As the Mega. Yeah, I can't wait to play that.
I know it's gonna be okay, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it being okay. It's better than being bad.
Yeah,
this is such a weird card because now that I'm looking at it, I realize it doesn't have armor form and traits. It doesn't have armor form because it doesn't armor Digivolve. It's just wearing a suit, right?
Yeah. One of the Monzimons has armor purge as well.
Yeah. I guess I've just never looked at their traits before.
Yeah. It's a puppet. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Tyrannomon or Raremon putting on a suit. Or in Monzemon's case, a Numamon putting on a suit, right? Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but I'm excited to play around with this card because I love stupid jank shit when it comes to Tyrannomon. So we get to our level 5, Chaperonemon. It's going to give a -3 for the turn. And if there are 3 or more Digimon in play, you get to do another -3. So a -6 on play when Digivolving is actually pretty nice. And
not bad.
It has a protection effect, which is
super baby.
important.
In today's game, we love protection.
When this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by one of your effects, by deleting one of your tokens or one of your other Digimon with the puppet trait, you prevent it from leaving. Oh my lord, yes. Like,
he said, oh my lord, yes.
Oh my lord, yes. Did this deck need that? And so Sendrelmon, our titular character, if you couldn't tell, this is Cinderellamon. Overclock and blocker.
I could not tell. Thank you.
Really? And then when Digivolving, it just plays 2 familiars. This is the bad Sendrel. There's a Sendrel in EX7 that you will most definitely play at 4. And then just to cap it out, you might play this at like 2 or 3, but honestly, you could probably get away with playing any other good yellow level 6. Because playing out 2 tokens is nice. Having blocker overclock is nice, but the Sendrel from EX7, which we'll get to, is so much better. Numamon decks get
Shinmonzimon. This is what I'm hyped for this deck.
Really good. It has
pretty solid
Purge, which is pretty cool. It does Digivolve from a Monzimon or Numamon for 3 cost. And it's an on play when Digivolving. You place a level 5 or lower with Numamon in its name or puppet trait, meaning that you can place your Monzimons from your trash as its bottom source to recover 1. If you weren't going to run Platinum Numamon because you're like, well, I can't recur out my level 6s because of the Numa X hit. Here's a Shinmonzemon that is letting you Digivolve for 3, has Armor Purge, and Recover as 1.
And you can swing 3 checks because of this.
3 checks? How 3 checks?
Because you place a low 5 or lower with Numamon is name, right, or so with the puppet's trait. So you can put a Monzimon or Monzimon. You're gonna have a Monzimon or Monzimon already in the stack. So you evoke, go into Monzi X, do shenanigans, go into Shin Monzimon effect, put another Monzimon underneath it. You're gonna swing this with 3 checks.
Can I just say, is it weird for me to say that this kind of makes me excited to play Numamon?
No, go away. You haven't been part of us. You know, so yeah, stay away.
Should I bring up the sim and show you my really bad Shinmonzemon try?
Oh my god!
I feel like I wouldn't have hated Numamon as much if it wasn't so like toolboxy and it was just fucking like teddy bear.
But that's the best part about it.
Like Shinmonzemon's punching me in the face because I'd have been like, you know what? Okay, but now I'm like, ooh. There's a much better Shinmonzemon than the 4-cost one. It's really just okay. It's not even like good. It's just
it's there. It's like one of those things. It's just there.
Exactly. So I like this card a lot. I think if you are a Numamon enjoyer, you too will enjoy the new Shinmonzemon. Then we have our Arisa Memory Setter. When an effect plays one of your tokens or a puppet trait Digimon, you suspend her and that Digimon gains Rush. So that's super nice that they're not making this like a super like control deck. They're making it like a little bit of like a mid-range, I guess, a mid-range deck. That's cool. And then our option card, Noble Family Arts. You get to -6, and if there are 3 or more Digimon, you do another -6. So for this deck, I think this card is great because it's very easy to get your tokens on board or just get like your main stack, 1 Digimon, your opponent has 1 in play. You play this for 5 and you're doing a -12. That's what Lonky does for 8 cost. And it's not predicated on security. So really good option cards from both decks. But that's our starter decks. I'm excited for those. I know Dan is excited for those. Mike's an Imperial like stan till he dies. So Mike could give 2 shits less about anything not named Pyodramon.
Agreed.
It's a pretty big fact, but potentially excited because I can put the EX7 Shoto in Imperial and give myself permanent blocker.
I hate you. Don't stop. Why are you like this? You already have enough. Stop taking other decks' support.
Boo! Get this man off the stage. Get this man off the stage.
So anyways, we get into EX7 and I'm very excited. I love EX7 as a set, even if it's not the most meta changing set or anything. We get a lot of cool new decks as well as support for older decks. So as you can already tell, there's new Volcanics. So that means we've got Dragon Link support, no new Hina, but we did get Dragon Link support. We have I
still cannot believe that they snubbed the Hina from this. That was crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. We get an entirely new Hexablow line and it's good. So Hexablow enjoyers rise up.
Yes. So good.
We get Nature Spirits as an entire family archetype, which is super cool because in EX8, if you don't know, we are getting the Nightmare Soldiers family, which is super cool.
Super exciting.
We get a new Sendril, a new Zafaga. We get a new 3 Musketeers line, which is not great for our BL Star enjoyers, but for our 3 Musketeers enjoyers, absolutely fantastic.
Except not really, because that deck still sees 0 play, but yeah.
Shh. Let me cope. We get this weird ass new Impmon line.
Whoa. Cool as fuck.
No, I say weird because they were literally
I'm hyped for it.
Let me just take Growlmon
and make him purple and spicier. Yeah, it's all right.
Name it Punkmon, Loudmon, and Heavy Metal Dramon.
Yeah, baby, we in there, you know.
Oh my goodness, that's a line.
I'm gonna be honest. I genuinely forgot those cards existed until you just told me right now.
Of course he did. Because if it's not named Imperial, he doesn't even know what it is.
Exactly.
That's not true. I'm excited to play Hexblow in Imperial.
In Imperial, yep, that's what I thought. Hey, partition on a Hexablow.
Yeah, right.
You're always gonna have more sources. So Iceclad,
always gonna happen.
We get a Lilithmon X antibody. Mommy enjoyers.
Which is pretty cool, yeah.
Rise up.
And it's pretty solid too.
He said mommy enjoyers rise up. We also got a Beelstar X antibody, so other mommy enjoyers rise up.
Other mommy enjoyers also rise up because we've got both the X antibodies in this set. So if you're listening to this, you haven't pre-ordered your EX7, you're interested in any of these decks, you should probably pre-order your EX7 because I don't want to guarantee anything, but like we do have a lot of waifu stands, especially Beelstar waifu stands.
Yeah.
Regardless of what show off the gold stamped Beelstar real quick.
Let me pull it up. Regardless of what the Beelstar players say about not liking the support, they're gonna get it. And to be fair, these cards are so beautiful. Let's see, EX7.
Dude, that Beelstar, that gold Beelstar is nuts looking.
Oh, are we also getting these cards in this set? Oh,
I don't know. I was gonna ask if we were getting those as promo packs or something.
I feel like these are coming in December.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
I could be wrong. So if you guys know, like, let us know, because I would love to get all of these arts.
These are box toppers in EX7.
Oh, yes. Okay, cool.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's what Cliff has told me because I asked about the Agumon.
Bro, look at how beautiful these arts are.
Yeah.
I love
that Veemon's tough.
Okay.
The Lugamon's really nice. The Agumon's really nice.
Lugamon is beautiful.
Yeah, the moon in the background looks fucking sick.
Absolutely. So let's see, what alt arts do we have? So we've got the Magna Kidmon right here. Toonami Kanji has been doing some increasingly insane alt arts. Now, I made a comment on like the subreddit and like people like didn't like that I said it. I said that this looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Like this looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh art.
Kinda.
And they were like, well, like other
Digimon. They do love dragons and Yu-Gi-Oh, so it doesn't really surprise me.
And so I was like, yeah, I mean, that's not my point. Like I'm not saying that as a bad thing.
Actually, if you Google
me of a Yu-Gi-Oh art.
If you Google Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah,
it's like almost the same art. So like, go ahead, you can pull that up real quick. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon.
Red Eyes
Darkness Dragon.
Metal Dragon.
Yeah. Darkness.
No, I think it's just Darkness, isn't it? That's like
no, that's Darkness Metal Dragon.
It's Darkness Metal.
Yep, that art right there.
Yeah,
it's like the same pose.
Yeah, it pretty much is. So I wasn't wrong. I hate Reddit sometimes. The Reddit crowd is so
Reddit be like that, you know.
Let's see, what else do we have here? We've got
there's
wait, pause. Hexablow didn't get an alt?
Nah, we don't care about Hexablow.
How we get scuffed a second time?
No, it actually does have an alt art. I don't know why it's not showing up.
I don't know.
Okay.
There is an alt art though.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I was joking, but like I thought because it was SR, isn't it?
Yeah, it's him with a shield. So it's a It's a ice shield.
I can't see it now. I'll have to like
Google
find it.
Just type in Hexblow.
Google.
Just literally type in Hexblow AA. I'm sure it'll come up.
Hexablow. Okay. We'll go to the place that I simultaneously enjoy and hate as soon as it decides to load. Oh yeah, that's pretty badass. No, Reddit.
I was so confused.
So badass. Hexablow enjoy.
Yeah, that deck's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. Especially just the Chris Pelgermon from that deck is insane.
Yep, we're gonna.
It's definitely solid.
That in a bit. We got a Saber Leomon alt art here.
Woo!
Don't forget the shoe. I think you skipped over the Shumon alt art.
I did skip over the Shumon alt art, which is pretty nice. Those are going to be a pain in the ass to pull because they're rares. What else do we got?
It's hard.
All right, so Sendromon has two alts. So first there's the regular alt art, which is another Tanami Kanji art, which I really enjoy Tanami Kanji arts. But then she also has an SP. And the SP was drawn by the one and only Kenji Watanabe. Watanabe, right? Watanabe.
Yes, sir.
Kenji Watanabe, yeah.
And he did all the SPs for this set. I don't know what that means for price, but if his name is attached to it,
that man was killing it.
You can be rest assured that it might cost something. We got Teromon's alt art here. Here is the Zafagamon alt, which is okay. This one reminds me of Rapidmon.
I think it's pretty sweet.
It reminds me of Rapidmon X because of the like air and like swirly thing.
Okay.
Reminds you of what?
Rapidmon X, the alt art.
Oh, I got you. The art of it, yeah.
Yeah, because Tanami Kanji drew that as well. So like it reminds me of that. That's why I say it's okay. Another Kenji SP for Zafagamon. God help me.
Tough.
God help me.
Yeah, that black and green looks so good. Yeah, I really like the regular art Zafagamon too.
Yeah, I think his regular art. I mean, a lot of it's a Spare Ribs art. Shout out to Spare Ribs. If you guys don't know Spare Ribs, they were one of the art contest.
Wasn't that the Imperial winner? The one that made the Imperial, right?
Quite possibly, yes.
I don't know.
And now they are a mainstay for the Digimon card games. Art
pretty
team.
Cool.
So yeah, we love to see that. I really like both of Tlacomon's art, but here's a nice Koki art. We love most of our Koki arts, except for the Hydrassi.
Yeah, the Hydrassi is crazy. The card is
what else do we
dirt
got?
cheap too.
We've got our my fucking goodness, metallic Dramon. Sorry, wrong.
No, what? That's Gundramon. What are you talking about?
That is Gundramon.
I don't know why.
So those are guns attached to that Digimon?
Hey, he's metallic.
It's not metallic. No.
He's iron. No, but Tanami Kanji went hard with this art. There's the metallic Dramon art, which is another Yugi like Stardust Dragon looking art in my opinion.
And the cool thing about the arts for this and the volcanic is that they're you put them together on top of each other and it makes the art.
Yeah.
I
can't wait to see them in person. I think they're gonna look ridiculous.
Oh, they're gonna look phenomenal in person.
And then we've got Bielstar Ace. Her alt art, her and Sparrowmon. I wish that they would release an art book. I don't know how much money I would pay. I probably said this on pod already, but I don't know how much money I would pay, but I would love to see some of these arts without the text because
I would like full prints that I can buy and get framed.
Absolutely. I think that's Armadillo. I almost said Sparrowmon, but this is Armadillomon because she's with Sparrowmon in
it's Armadillomon
art. You can't even tell part like if you're like, what the fuck? Oh, that's an Armadillomon. Like I just wish I could see it without that art.
That's valid.
Bielstar Ace SP. Also another Kenji SP.
Jeez. That card is fire looking.
We've got Lilith Mommy.
The black SPs are sick. I can't lie.
Black and purple was tough, yeah.
No, I just like that like all black background looks so good.
Lilith Mommy, drawn by Tanami Kanji. Whew, that's gonna cost a pretty penny.
$1 bills.
We've got Heavy Metal Dramon. It doesn't show the alt art, but we do see the SP here, which is also fire looking. Kenji.
Yeah, does Heavy Metal Dramon have a regular alt art? I don't even remember. It does.
Yeah,
it does.
I believe so.
I just looked it up. Yeah. Oh yeah, his regular alt art is fucking sick.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, that's fucking badass. I just looked it up. It's sick.
Ooh.
It's got this like red moon in the background. Oh yeah, that's cool.
Oh, I'm telling you, Tanami Kanji is one of the best. Like, I love how he captures, I guess, like Digimon in their respective like environments. Like he really knows how to make not only the Digimon shine, but the environment around them to really make them pop. We got that. We've got some Tamer alt arts. So there's a lot of alt arts in this set. We got Arisa's 3-cost Tamer, Shoto's 3-cost Tamer, who's probably going to be expensive because he's used in every motherfucking thing. Yuki, if you guys haven't read the novel, you should read the novel. And now we get to the SPs, or well, alt arts and SPs. So Bielstar X, her alternate art. Pretty good. I like it. Bielstar, sorry, is that Bielstar X, right? Oh no, this is the regular art, isn't it? No.
Yeah, it's the regular Biels. No, that's Biels X.
This is the 1 star.
Biels X is secret. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this is the 1 star alt art. Here's her regular art. I love. And then her SP. This was a Tanami Kanji.
Yeah, that is like my all-time. That might be my all-time favorite Digimon art ever.
If you guys didn't know, Magna X, you probably can't see it on the camera, but Magna X and her look just the same. They have the same text at the top, and what that text says is in Digicode X Evolution. It's a very small detail that is really fucking cool. I could geek for so long. I would love to get 4 of these, but God have mercy if getting 4 of this was trying to find the needle in the haystack. I'm never gonna do it for that. I just want 1. I really just want 1. That's all I ask for. So I know when they drop, they're gonna be like $1,000. Hopefully, hopefully I can end up 100%. Getting one for I don't know. It's funny. I used to shit talk why would I spend $400 on a card? And now I spend
look at this guy
on a card, and I don't have an issue with it. But I've really grown to increasingly enjoy a lot of the art in the game. So I have no problems, because for me it's I could buy this $400 pair of sneakers and never wear it, or I could buy this $400 card and get to look at it all the time, type of thing. So, yeah.
Or you can just buy a $400 pair of sneakers and wear it.
Or you buy a $400 card and play it.
And riffle shuffle it in your deck. That's what I do.
Oh my god. This animal here.
That is exactly what I do. Bro, you know how expensive that fucking trio deck is right now? Riffle shuffle. I'm bridge shuffling. I don't give a fuck. It's double sleep for a reason, baby.
Animal.
All right, so what deck do we want to talk about first?
I guess let's just go through the colors, right? Anything cool in red?
So first up,
red is a mix of...
Yeah. So we'll start with the Dragon Link support. So Dragon Link supporters rise up. We get searchers. We get ones that are picking up basically our entire deck, as well as the Hina. We still only have 4 Hinas to search, so we're still struggling out here. But we at least have more ways to search it. We get a Lavorvomon. That is, if you have 1 or less tamers, you may play Hina, which is super nice, because it means that if you play your Hina and then you raise and you digivolve into this, you could still play another Hina. I love that. I love that a lot. On play is just returning your stuff from trash to hand. We get our Lava Garinamon, who's basically just popping, gaining memory, sec +1. And then most importantly, our Volcanic Dramon. So on play and when attacking, we're popping our opponent's Digimon with the lowest DP. When digivolving, your opponent can't play or move Digimon with 6,000 DP or less until the end of their turn. What that means is that this is a ruin mode. That means you literally cannot play a Digimon with a DP of 6,000 or less. 6,000 or less and raising, it can't move. You got it in hand, you can't play it. That means you have to play with things higher. That's an effect. And then the alterns is when it would leave the battle area, you may play a Digimon with the Machine Dragon or Sky Dragon from trait from your hand without paying the cost. So it's not a protection effect, but it's a cool recursion effect that this deck benefits so greatly from. If you have the old one, I think you play 1, and that's pushing it, because this new one is just so cool.
I was surprised that they gave the Volcanedramon both the dragons just 1 digivolving effects, because Hina's supposed to give them the on-play effects as the one digivolving, basically. So I was like, damn, that's kind of nasty.
Yeah, so you get both of the effects.
The thing's gonna basically have two when digivolving effects.
So nice. It's beautiful.
And then if you're able to keep turn, you can activate the on-play one attacking effect again.
Yep, because it's not once per
turn.
Yep.
So on the black side here, we've got Jazzamon. So it's start of main. You can trash one of those cards in your hand to draw one and gain a memory. So it's super cool. It's Machine Dragon type as a rule, so you can search it out. We've got a Jazzardmon, who's more trash to draw, as well as play that Hina. We've got the Jazzarichimon here, who is an on-play D-Digivolve, and when Digivolving, if your opponent doesn't have level 5 or higher, you gain a memory, so it can refund the cost, which is pretty cool. The Inherited is also pretty nice. Opponent's turn, when any of your opponent's Digimon attack, you can change the attack target to this Digimon, so it's not blocker, it's a redirect. And then Metallic Dramon. An insane on-play when attacking D-Digivolve 4.
He's cracked.
4. One of your opponent's Digimon. Bro, that's insane. That, like, they didn't... This, it doesn't, obviously, it's, you know, that's not removal, but you don't even need it to be. Like on a Pyodramon, like let's say you're swinging against like an Imperial stack, right? You're digivolving the Dragon mode, the Pyodramon, and the XV into the Rookie. Or if like they have the XV on top without, or like a level 3 underneath, it's digivolving it into whatever that next one. That's insane. That's, bro, Digivolve 4 is nuts. And then when digivolving, none of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon can digivolve until the end of the turn. That's so much better than the old Metallic Dramon too. Like that old Metallic Dramon was definitely like a big pain in the ass, but it required you had to suspend for that, right, Dan? Like to be able to digivolve essentially?
Yes.
So this one just says, oh, I digivolved you and you're a level 4 or lower, so no ace for you.
Access denied.
Access denied. And yeah, if you, this doesn't apply in raising, I'm almost positive. So basically digivolve and raising, bitch. That's what it boils down to. And then it has the same all turns that you can play something out, but instead of from your hand, from your trash. So.
Was the old one? The old one was none of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can digivolve, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If no, oh, it's actually worse. So if no Digimon are deleted by this effect, none of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can digivolve until the end of your turn. Until the end of your opponent's turn. So yeah, it was conditionally worse.
That was good-ish back then.
Yeah, it was okay. I'll give it that. Same thing with the Metallic or the Volcanic. If no Digimon is deleted by this effect, your opponent can't play 5,000. It was okay.
That was a fun deck to play back in the day, even though it was not very good.
Now it's still, it's okay.
I think it's just like, the problem is just the power level, everything is up there. Because the deck, so like power level is not up there, but it's like really strong. Like the stuff it can do is pretty strong. It's just the way the deck works and then versus everything else in the game right now. It's just like, eh.
I would argue the power levels come, I mean, obviously the power levels come down a bit. So I'm very interested to see like what it can do.
Yeah, for us. Yeah, for us now that it might be able to do something for sure.
I feel like if they had a second Hina, it might have done more in Japan though.
Yeah, only having four tamers is tough.
4 tamers that are like, I mean, at least this way, it's not so essential. Like, I like that they didn't like lock it. It's like, if you have a Hina in play, do this. Or like you said, like they actually have when digivolvings. So it doesn't hurt so bad when you don't find the Hina, but you have to digivolve it. Because you're still getting to do, you know, when digivolving, none of their stuff can digivolve. So you're probably passing turn anyways, but it's just really nice. I like that a lot. The deck, however, is going to suffer from being a 2-color deck. So yeah, until we get whatever that boost is called that searches red and black, I don't know what it's called, but it's one of those, then yeah, it'll be a little bit better. But for now, it's an okay deck. I'm very excited to play it. I guess we'll get to Magna Kid when we get to Three Musketeers, so we'll talk about the All-Star.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that card. So it's a Three Musketeers is a weird archetype, anyways, because I don't really know. Like, the lists I've seen have still just ended up funneling it into Beelstar dot deck and not Three Musketeer deck. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's weird. But yeah, let's talk about Hexblow real quick.
Oh baby! So let's start with our rookie.
Card is so fucking awesome. I want to, before we talk about go to the Bolokomon and the Snow Agumon. Start with the Snow Agumon. The Snow Agumon's so fucking cool, dude. Iceclad is such a cool fucking trait, dude.
Yes.
This is like one of the more exciting mechanics in this game that we've gotten in a long time, I think. I think it's very fucking cool. Excuse my language, by the way. I'm just excited about this. I've been waiting for Hexball support for literally like 20
forever. Started the game.
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about it, Mike.
Yeah. So Iceclad is this really cool new mechanic. So this Digimon compares its number of Digivolution cards instead of DP in battle, other than security Digimon. So basically, if you strip all the sources of like a fucking 16k Omnimon, you can swing over it with the Snow Agumon as long as it has an inheritable underneath it, or like one Digimon. Like that is so cool.
It means that if your rookie is swinging against a blocker that is just that
blocker, yeah,
like it's just that one card, no Digivolution source, you clash.
Yep.
Like mother.
So cool. So cool. Like such a cool trait. I also think, I don't know, you see right there has the rule trait has Ice Snow type. I wonder why they couldn't just fit that into the actual black box underneath.
So I believe what the intention is they keep those lore accurate, and they add the rule when they want it to synergize with the deck, but they don't want it. They don't want to take away from the lore accuracy, which is why it bamboozles me that cross 2 from BT16. Not only it's an enhancement, it doesn't. As a matter of fact, I can just pull it up. Shoutmon Cross 2. Yeah, this is an enhancement
and doesn't have the
is treated as Shoutmon and Ballista, but it doesn't have another rule to treat it as Crossheart and trait, which just makes it bad.
It's not bad. That card is super good, actually.
It is a super good card. It's just really hard to play
because it's not searchable.
Sure.
And it doesn't synergize with anything that specifies Crossheart. So it's weird because you would expect them to have done that. I mean, they did it. It's a Shoutmon and Ballistamon. Why can't it also be Crossheart and trait as a rule? Come on, man.
But
were they doing that already by that set? I don't remember.
It was literally on the card. Rule. This name is this Digimon is treated name.
No, but I'm talking about when they did the cross one. Were they already doing the rule?
That wasn't around back.
The black box rule.
Oh no, the black box rule.
It doesn't matter because a
couple cards had the black box rule.
Yeah, like whether it's rule trait or rule name, like they still had it. So
yep, agreed. Yeah, I don't know why. I think they just skipped over it. Anyways, as cool as Snow Agumon is, I don't think it's actually gonna be played in a lot of Hexblood decks. But the Iceclad trait is really cool.
That too. Fuck
and
that.
we'll circle back to that once we get to actual Hexblow. But let's talk about the Bolokomon, which is actually fucking awesome.
Oh my lord!
Because it's your deck searcher, baby. So on play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Paildramon or Hexblowmon in its name, and 1 card with the Ice Snow trait among them to their hand, and then the rest to the bottom deck. So you get to grab 2 cards. We love cards that search 2. That's fucking. We think any searcher that can grab 2 things is amazing. Period.
Hey,
agreed.
Hey, did you know that Penguinmon is in this art, and we have a DigiGuard about why Bolokomon and Penguinmon are always seen together? Because they're best buddies. Check it out. That's shout out to DigiGuard right there.
Yes, sir. And then it has a good inheritable, which is when attacking, once per turn, trash top Digivolution card of one of your opponent's Digimon. Just keeping it in line. Next, we'll go to the champion of the deck, which is the level 4, the Paildramon. When Digivolving, trash the bottom 2 Digivolution cards of one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon gains jamming and blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. So, let's say
Iceclad.
Yeah. So, pretty spicy because that means you just get free jamming and blocker. But also, if you manage to climb your way up into a Mega somehow, that means that Mega now has jamming and blocker too. So if someone accidentally slips up and gives you too much memory, or if you have enough memory boost on the field or whatever, you're going to be able to do things.
Also, real quick, for anyone who says certain names wrong, this is Pale Dramon. That other one is Pael Dramon. It's a different name, people. Different names.
Yes, sir. Also, I just want to say this art looks fucking awesome. But the Inheritable, also good. I mean, same as I believe it's the exact same as the Blokomon, which is just trash top Digivolution card when your opponent's Digimon want attacking.
Yeah. If you play against this deck, you're just going to hate your life because you're like, fuck you, you're taking away all my sources.
Yeah.
All right. Now back to the Ultimate, and when Ice Clad starts to matter again, because this Ultimate has Ice Clad on it, which is sick. And then it has one Digivolving, trash any 2 Digivolution cards of your opponent's Digimon. Then if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, unsuspend this Digimon. So you can basically, like old school, like BT3 Imperial, you can like get an early swing in with a champion that has the jamming and the blocker, go into this Paildramon, Chris Paildramon, and then unsuspend it. It still has jamming and blocker, by the way, so you could swing again if you wanted. And then your turn, while your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, this Digimon with the Ice Snow trait gains Piercing and Security Attack +1. That's the Inheritable, which is spicy, because now we make our way to the coolest card in the set, in my opinion. Is that right? Yeah, I do think it's the coolest card in the set, actually. Hexflaumon.
It's literally the coolest.
It is literally the coolest. I just always thought that I thought the Hexaplow looked so fucking cool when it came out in BT5,
Absolutely.
dude. Like, just
that was a cool card looking.
Such a cool Digimon. Literally a fucking knight with a javelin, ice lance, and a shield. Like, that's fucking badass. Art looks amazing here. So on its own, body, it has Security Attack +1 and Ice Clad. So when you combine that with Piercing and Security Attack +1 from the Inheritable from the Kiss Paildramon, this thing is fucking spicy. Plus, if you got early swings in from the jamming from the EX7 Paildramon, you could do some serious fucking damage in one turn by going into this dude. So, let's get into the Wind Digivolving. So, Wind Digivolving, trash any 4 Digivolution cards of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if your opponent has no Digimon with Digivolution cards, you return one of your opponent's Tamers to the bottom of their deck. That's right, boys. Blue got a way to fuck up Tamers now. Baby. Yes, sir. Also, just being able to trash any 4 Digivolution cards of your opponent's Digimon is insane.
Greymon X, bye-bye.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Any Inheritable you don't want to deal with, Tyrant, peace, get out of here. I don't want to deal with your Inheritables. So good. So good. And then opponent's turn, this is the really spicy part. So the opponent's turn, none of your opponent's Digimon with as many or fewer Digivolution cards as the Digimon can suspend. Cracked. You can't block. If for some reason you thought you were gonna block, or no, well, it's opponent's turn. So
it's opponent's turn.
They can block on their turn, but they can't attack.
It's so much better than the old one, because the old Hexaplow was literally just like, oh, okay, well then I'll just Digivolve.
Yeah, exactly. The old Hexaplow made me sad.
That's the way you got around that. You just Digivolved.
This one literally saying as many or fewer Digivolution cards is so important, dude.
So much better. Yeah.
So much better.
What makes it busted with Paildramon, who already has a metric fuck ton of sources, to just say, all right, cool, I am bigger than anything you could possibly put on the board.
And if you're playing this in like Imperial or something, this card is really good, and there's a lot of different ways you can play it. You can play this in its own deck. You can play this in a blue hybrid deck. You can play like blue hybrid Ice Armor or Ice Cloud, I guess. You could play it in like an Ancient Garurumon top end deck where this is a secondary. You can play this in it's so versatile. It's such a good card. I'm so excited. I don't know the last time. Probably Imperial support was the last time I got excited, like this excited about cards. But this has been the most excited besides Imperial I think I've been since like Hunters, all the way back in like BT11 or BT12. Yeah, I'm very excited. I've been waiting for Hexblow support forever. Every set that had any sort of like trash or Digivolution card or something, I was like, that's Hexblow support. Like, this is fucking hype for me, dude. So, but yeah, that's me geeking out about this. I think there's also an option for it, but the option's kind of okay. I think you probably would play like Sorai or something else still in its place.
Yeah.
Sorai is just such a good card.
Yeah, this is a good card too, but so main trash the top 2 Digivolution cards of all your opponent's Digimon. If this effect didn't trash, you may play 1 level 4 lower Digimon card with the Ice-Snow trait from your hand without paying the cost. Then none of your opponent's Digimon with no Digivolution cards can attack until the end of their turn. So it is good, but I think there's just other options that are just a little cheaper than 5 is how I'm looking at it.
So, Surai. Literally Surai.
Yeah, Surai.
Yeah, for 4.
Source strip deck, Surai is insane. Because sometimes
Source
you just
4?
can't get around Surai.
There's also, there's one more I can't think of off the top of my head for source stripping.
Well, Howling Crusher?
Howling Crusher? No, not Howling Crusher.
Nah, you gotta go with the OG Absolute Blast.
Absolute Blast, yeah. His first option.
It's bad.
Oh, Innocence Blizzard. You can play like Innocence Blizzard too, which is pretty spicy.
Innocence Blizzard.
It's alright.
Trash bottom Digivolution, then you target 3. And the important part about targeting compared to Surai is with Surai, it's a global effect, and it just says none of your opponent's Digimon without source can suspend. So you just Digivolve and get past it. With Innocence Blizzard, because you're targeting Digimon,
correct,
it just stays. They can't attack, they can't block.
And I don't want to give out any secret spicy techs here, right? But if you're playing the Sora and Joe, which you can,
which you should, if you're gonna play.
You can also play Wave of Reliability from BT14.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh.
Which is a super spicy tag, which is trash 2 Digivolution cards from one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if you have a Tamer of Jokido in its name, choose one of your Digimon. If your opponent does not have a Digimon with equal or more Digivolution cards than that Digimon, unsuspend it. So it can get pretty spicy. I'm not saying, like, I'm not trying to give out any crazy tags here, but I'm just giving some advice.
I think the Gomamon support plays into this deck really well.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Even the old promo Gomamon that has the when a Digivolution source is discarded, you gain a memory or trash gain a memory. Yeah,
not bad.
This is really good. Opponent's turn on the inheritable lets the deck float, which is really nice. Jokido is honestly like a
pretty solid as well. The new one,
really slept on tamer. Yeah, it's a really slept on tamer because it's TK without being like absolutely busted, so to say. TK was already insane because like security manipulation, and then it can trigger itself. Joe can also trigger himself, which is nice, so it can play down for 2. But then also at just anytime you're stripping source, you gain a memory, which is really nice. And it's also just that targeted, it's also targeted source strip. So like if you're playing Hexblow, like you're definitely playing this with Zudomon Ace, who is another insane
absolutely you
card.
play Zudomon Ace.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you could even, like honestly, it's Hexablow Vikemon. like when I build this deck, it's Hexablow Vikemon all day.
Really? I'm not gonna lie. If Mirage isn't hit by then, it might be Hexblow Mirage for me.
Hexablow Mirage is also a thing.
Yeah,
like,
I mean that's if Mirage. I mean even if Mirage is at 1, I'm probably still playing it in this deck. Or Ancient, or again, I might just throw it in Imperial at 2 because this card, it's such a good card. Yeah. And my idea level 5 lineup for this deck, we'll move on shortly, is Chris Pilgrimon. Probably 2 Majiramon and maybe 2 Zudo Ace.
Majiramon is such an oldie but goodie. It's just always
that
good.
Majiramon's deck is actually insane.
Yep.
Like it even has a good, like it's a decent when Digivolving. Like you just trash 1 source from the top, but if your opponent has no Digimon Digivolution cards to play, you unsuspend.
It's when Digivolving is insane. It's not 1 source. It's the top 4.
Huh?
No, I'm talking about Majiramon.
Yeah, Magirimon's when Digivolving is you trash the top. Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Okay.
I was like, wait, what are you reading?
I was looking at Hexblow
Hexablow?
and Magirmon at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah. So that stuff is really, really good. Let's see. Dan, you want to talk about Zafaga? Or you want to talk about heavy metal?
I'll talk about heavy metal.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh, okay.
I'm excited for this deck. This deck's pretty cool. So the theme behind the deck, like we'll go into details, like keeping your hand as low as possible, and then being able to play your evil dragons for like cheaper costs and stuff, and get like different effects off of them. So like you have your new Ibmon, that evos over Yamon for free, red and purple, which is interesting because now you could kind of mix some stuff like your Guilmon shenanigans, because Black Growlmon is a what's Black Growlmon? He is a evil dragon as well, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, the Yamon, right? The Yamon's pretty relevant, right?
It's a dark dragon.
Yeah, dark dragon. So that actually part of their effect. So like, right, you have the Infmon that says your turn. When this Digimon will digivolve into a Digimon with a dark dragon or evil dragon trait, reduce the digivolution cost by 1. So that means you're probably always evoing into a 1-cost evo for champion, which is pretty solid, right?
Yeah, it's always good.
Inheritable plus 2k, not bad. You gotta have your red DP boosting somewhere, right? Because it's half red, half purple. Then you got your rest of the new line, which is pretty cool that they made a whole brand new line for Infmon that kind of coincides with Guilmon, which is the champion level is Punkmon. You have when digivolving, if you have one or fewer tamers, you may play one Yuki from your hand without paying the cost. Inheritable plus 2k. Speaking of Yuki, we can go to Yuki right now. Yuki's pretty solid for the deck.
I love the design of all the Impmon Guilmon line combination. I cannot stand the green hair. I wish that it just didn't have hair at all.
Right. So Yuki says start your main phase if your opponent has a Digimon, gain a memory, which is pretty cool. That's a lot of 3-cost tamers nowadays that has that generic effect. Main, if you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, by suspending the tamer, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with the Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait in the trash. So being able to use your trash as a secondary hand, being able to use it as a secondary way of evoing is pretty cool. That's why that hand manipulation, keeping your hand low so you could gain different effects like I mentioned earlier. Then we got Loudmon, my fault. Loudmon lets you on play when digivolving, trash 2 cards in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 7k or less. It's not bad. Your usual War Growlmon effect, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? And like deleting something.
But 7k is big.
But 7k is
because that
matters. Yeah.
Level.
100%. At times, yeah. Inheritable. Your turn while you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, all your Digimon with the Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trait gain second attack plus 1. So cool thing is everything. So like it's not just that level 6 you're on. If you're at the level 6 and you got level 4 on board with it, that thing could swing for 2 checks as well. And you start getting crazy things. Evil Dragon.
Yo, that jamming Eismon with 2 checks?
Yeah, right?
That's why it's not coming back to 4.
Yeah. For sure, right?
Well, if I don't die,
same thing with the regular Eismon. Yeah. Same with the regular Eismon, right? It's crazy, right? Let's see. Now we're gonna go into the heavy metal Dramon. Heavy metal Dramon is pretty cool what he can do. Evils for 5, for 4 if it's over a Dark Dragon, Evil Dragon. When digivolving, trash
really
2 cards. Yeah. Trash 2 cards in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as the Digimon. Remember, you have all the DP boosts, and so you could pop up to 17k, technically. End of your turn, once per turn, you may play 1 card with the Evil Dark Dragon, or Evil Dragon trait and a play cost of 8 or less from your trash while paying the cost. For each card in your hand, remove 1 from this effect, play cost maximum. So that's why, again, you want to keep your hand as low as possible so you get the maximum value out of this heavy metal Digimon, being able to play your Digimon for free. mostly you're gonna probably be playing your low 4s most times anyways. And then you have other things that's gonna help the deck. So you have Eyes on Scatter Mode, right? Where is that here? Can't see it. Oh, that's why I was in the proxy side. Eyes on Scatter Mode. This is why probably regular Eyes won't come back, because we got the second Scatter Mode already, right? On play, trash one card from your hand, then you may return one Digimon card with the evil Dark Dragon or evil Dragon trait from trash to your hand. Again, another way to just keep cycling things, help second you hand, get what you need. Secondary hand for sure. And then he has Retail as inheritable, so just if you need to deal with something that's annoying, crash into it. Then you have Orochimon, which is alright. Blocker on body. And then on deletion, trash
5 with an on deletion.
Yeah, on delete. But this one kind of matters because of the way the deck works, right? Trash one card in your hand, then delete one of your opponent's level 3 and level 4 Digimon. So removal is not bad. Also an inherited Retail, which isn't too bad. And then we have Nidhoggmon for like the final stuff we have.
I love that art from the Orochimon too.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah, Orochimon's art is.
Imagine if it was like actual. Oh, it's a rare, so it's gonna look nice in person. Actually,
no, Orochimon is a common.
No, I meant Nidhogg.
Oh yeah, Nidhogg.
Yeah, so it's gonna be nice and shiny.
Nidhogg looks good too.
Kazumasa Yasukuni.
Hey, remember we had that debate that rare shouldn't have nice art. Anyways,
oh my god.
This trash main. If you have 4 or fewer cards in your hand, you may play this card from your trash with the play cost reduced by 4. So Bean will just play level 6 when you want for what 8, 7. It's not bad, which means I think because it's at that 7 range, you can play it off of Heavy Metal Dramon, I believe, right?
No.
Or does it have to be by the effect? Because it just says trash main. If you have 4 or fewer, you may play this card.
Yeah,
from your trash with the play cost reduced by 4, right?
It's a main effect that you have to activate. So
is it? It's just trash main. So I don't know.
Yeah, trash as a main effect that you activate during your main phase. You activate the effect. I'd have to double check, but I don't.
Yeah, I feel like you could, because I feel like I saw that comment before, but I don't know. He has blocker, and then on deletion, you may play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon card with the Dark Dragon or Evil Dragon trash. Traits from your trash while paying the cost. So pretty solid support with the main line. You also have older stuff as well, like we mentioned before. You have Growlmon, you have the Growlmon line. Magijimon is pretty important, I think, in this deck. Magijimon Ace could be very important, but obviously we don't have that right now.
Just saying the old Nidhoggmon from
old Nidhogg,
EX7.
Yep.
When
that's just a free memory. Yep. He also has a 1 Digivolving effect as well, I believe.
Yeah, the old Nidhogg has what is it? You may trash a card in your hand to delete at a level 4?
Yep. Yeah.
Off the top of my head, that could be wrong. It might be level 3.
Yeah, level 4.
That's 4, yeah. 4 or lower.
Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good because you're just lowering your hand size then.
Yeah. Yeah, the old Orochi, when you trash it, draw one as well.
Yeah.
You'll run the Nidhogg for sure, just for the memory gain.
Most likely.
Yeah. But yeah, so there's a very generic evil dragon stuff for the deck. Obviously, it's probably, I don't know how well it's going to be competitively wise, but it could possibly, you never know.
Definitely, at least fun. It'll definitely be at least fun to play and build.
Definitely fun. It needs another wave of good support for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we have? So I'll
touch on. You know what else also hurts that deck significantly?
You're gonna say IPM everything. IPM hurts everything.
No, no Magijimon Ace.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Magijimon Ace.
Yeah, I feel like that's the support you'd want to play the Guillemon Growlmon line, like Dan said. And Megi Ace definitely would have helped. I'll touch on the Sendril Zafaga line. So you just basically get another line of each. You get a cost reduction one for each of Shumon and Teromon. They're almost mirrored except for their respective in archetype effects. So then you have a Shushumon and a Galemon that both play out their tamers. We get the new Chaperomon, who's going to play out a puppet. Also has overclock and another protection effect. As for Grand Gale, he has Vortex. He's gonna suspend, and then if it suspended one of yours, he gives that protection that the starter deck Zafaga gets at the level 5. So this Digimon isn't affected by your opponent's Digimon effects till the end of your opponent's turn, which can be really important. What green aces do we have? We have Grand Kuwaga. We have
Mega Gargo.
We have. Is that
Ebanwumon?
Yeah, we have Ebanwumon.
I missed what you asked. What'd you say?
What green aces do we have level 6? Ibanwu.
Ibanwu, Mega Gargo.
Grand Kuwaga.
Grand Kuwaga's half. And
I think that's it. So, unaffected by opponent's Digimon effects, then your opponent swings, they can't do anything to it, and then you're just like, Mega Gargo Ace.
Oh yeah,
pretty good. And then it also has a unsuspend. When this Digimon attacks an opponent's Digimon, you may unsuspend. So like a Mega Gargo Ace could potentially swing 3 times because its end of attack is you don't have to. You can do this first and then you could do the other. It's a lot of good combinations there. Zafaga, this one is much better in my opinion because it has native sec +1 as well as the vortex, and it's gonna suspend if this effect suspended one of your Digimon. You get to bottom deck, and that's uninhibited when digivolving and when attacking. So like for this deck, both are very important. One is giving you protection. This one is literally just like really good removal depending on what you're suspending, and native sec +1 is pretty nice. For Sendril, the actual Sendrilmon here, this is why I said this one's much better. This is basically Diaboromon for yellow. Starting your main phase when digivolving, play a token, and then when attacking, make 6. That's it. And it's not a once per turn. So that's insane with overclock, because that means when attacking twice, just neg 12. This deck doesn't have DP buffing, but I like that because it has all your opponent's security Digimon get -3,000 DP on like the Shumon and some of the Shushumons. So it's pretty cool because it also means that when your tokens swing, there's the potential that they won't die. And then your opponent has to deal with these motherfucking tokens that are sitting on board. Mind you, these tokens are not leveled. So anything that says bounce all your opponents are at the lowest level doesn't bounce the tokens because they are literally not leveled. They would have to target it with one of your opponent's Digimon or something less than 3,000 DP. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this Sendril a lot more than the starter deck Sendril. But as for Zafaga, yeah, you're definitely playing both of them. And then the Tamers.
I feel like you should talk about the Tamers.
Yeah. Arisa here. So basically, she is, both of them are, if your opponent has a Digimon in play, gain a memory. And then, I was going to say Sendril. Arisa is basically when you play or when one of your tokens puppet trait is deleted, you suspend her and then you can play a level 3 puppet trait. So a lot more of that recursion that's happening for basically playing aggro and like swinging your tokens dying and whatnot. It's also all turns, which is pretty nice. Shoto, however,
the broken one.
This card should have never been made the way it was fucking made. I want to state that.
Yep, agreed.
By suspending this Tamer at the end of your turn, one of your Digimon, it doesn't matter what the fuck that Digimon is, just one of your Digimon.
It doesn't even matter what color. It doesn't even say green Digimon. It just says one of yours.
Until the end of your opponent's turn. If it has the Vortex Warrior trait, unsuspend it. Oh, okay. Cool. Hello, Mother D-Reaper. How would you like Blocker? Unaffected by your opponent's unaffected by your opponent's effects and 15 KTP. How does that sound to you? Sounds pretty nice. Sounds pretty cool.
I think so. Yeah, it's pretty cool to me.
Hello.
I don't understand. They literally were like, "Oh, let's archetype lock the unsuspend part of the card." Why wasn't the whole card archetype locked? Like.
You're asking too many questions.
What the fuck was that? They were so close.
How dare you question such genius things, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god, it's wild. That's what it is.
He's gonna be like a $3 rare. I'm calling it now.
$3 rare. This thing would be worth more.
Probably $5. It's just too good not to be.
Yeah, the card's insane.
Wonder Stuff.
You gonna see it be thrown into everything.
You need a green source to play a giant missile?
I mean, I don't know about that, but you're just gonna see show be thrones and everything. It's gonna be seeing seven demon lords for sure. Yep. If you see it into Omnizoot style deck, you're gonna see it in a black hybrid blocker deck.
I'm playing it in Beelstar with Shine of B. Shine of B is a 7 cost because it's a 7 cost green
just
option.
play Giant.
I
Gotcha.
can play it for free off Beelstar.
I'm about to say that card is trash.
Now when you can play it for free.
Yeah, that's a valid point. That's a valid point.
Oh my goodness. Wonder Stomp is the very mid option. It's not bad, it's also just not good. It's literally like a cycle a card and then play a puppet trait, which is okay, but why are you dedicating deck space to this card? Wind Slicer.
He said Wind Slicer, silence.
Same thing. It reads that it should be good. You know, you suspend the level 6 or lower, and if it's suspended one of yours, you unsuspend one of yours. But like deck space?
It's definitely a win more card.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it for sure. So yeah, mid. But more importantly, Vortex Resonance, our first secret option. So if you have a Digimon or Tamer with the Liberator trait, you can ignore its color requirements because it's fucking triple colored. Green, yellow, purple. Reveal top 3. It plays for 3, mind you. Add 1 card with the Liberator trait among them to your hand. Bottom deck the rest. And then one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon, reducing cost by 4. So it's effectively for 1 less, which is important. I think that's very important because like Sendril, this one digivolves for 4, it doesn't digivolve for 3. Same thing with this Zafagamon, so they're better, but they do digivolve for 4. But with Vortex Resonance, you get a search and you get to digivolve for 1 less. And then Security Effect also plays a card from hand or trash, play cost 4 less, and then you add that to hand, which is also just really good.
Are people actually good. I have a question. Are people actually playing that in the Silver decks?
I haven't looked at the deck, so I wouldn't know, but I would
why would you not?
Yeah.
Because I just don't think it. Because, well, we have a promo. I don't know if we have that yet. There's a white promo for Digimon Liberator, which I think is just called Digimon Liberator.
Oh, yeah. What is it? Oh,
but that one's, this is better than that, though.
Also, just agility training instead of that. Also, green memory boost instead of that. There's a lot of other. I don't think that card's that good, actually.
Top 3.
I'm just being honest. I don't. That's what I'm wondering. I'm looking at. I'm gonna look at that closer.
Yeah, Liberator is okay, but I mean, I definitely agree on the trainings. Like, I would play 4 trainings, but they're extended. They're in a way extended trainings, right? Like, I would probably play 2. I'd play. Like,
I guess maybe you could play that option right now because we don't have scramble cards yet.
Another thing as well.
But looking at deck lists, I don't see anyone playing it.
Hey, for what it's worth, it reduces Digivolution cost on any Digimon. So, I mean, your Sendromon can just Digivolve into a Shine Gray Ruin mode for...
I wonder if Sendromon is playing that.
5.
Does Sendromon have any?
I mean, I agree. When I saw it, I was like, I mean, this reads like it should be necessary, but like, if you're monocolored, I'm just going to play trainings.
Yeah, it's a weird
one deeper.
It's a weird
it lets
card.
You digivolve. I wouldn't play 4. I'd play like 2.
I think probably because we don't have scrambles, it might find its way into decks.
Yeah. So what else do we have here? Obviously, we have muskets.
We should probably just talk about Beelstar or Three Musketeers.
So I'll talk about Lilith real quick because she's like a very small combo of the set. So we get a new Tsukai, Searcher Tsukai for the deck, really good. Same inheritable as the EX6. We get a new Black Gato. You should be playing 4 of this. Trash a card. You give something blocker retail, and then the same inheritable as the Witchmon, which is much better than the Witchmon in my opinion because it's also a non-deletion. You get Lady Devi X. I'm not gonna comment on the card's art, however. Lady Devi X is completely. You're probably just gonna switch from playing. You might still play like Bastimons, like maybe like 2 of them, but I don't see any world where you wouldn't just play like Lady Devi's to draw trash, and then you just do this because then you'll get to play out your Vole and Zedrokin tokens, which are 5k level 4 blocker retail tokens. And also, one of your opponent's Digimon gains end of attack, you delete that Digimon. She has the same inheritable as the boss Digimon, which is what makes her better. And then the Lilith X, which is a sticky motherfucker. When it would leave the battle area other than by in battle, if you have Lilith or X antibody in source, by deleting one other Digimon, it doesn't leave. It doesn't matter what you delete. It's literally one other Digimon. It's like, oh, you played Gaia Force, delete Lilith X. No, I think I'll delete your Zafagamon instead. Like, it's literally like that. That's pretty cool. And then when another Digimon is deleted, if it's your turn, you play a Digimon. If it's your opponent's turn, you trash their security. So really cool. It brings the Lilithmon deck together if you are a mommy enjoyer like me and you just want to play some Lilith mommy shenanigans. Is it going to be good? Probably not. Am I going to play it? Absolutely yes.
Is it going to be good?
Seventh Fascination, however.
It'll be fun is what it'll be.
It'll be absolutely. It'll be fun. It'll be the only combo air quote deck that I play. All your opponent's Digimon with 7th Fascination gain end of your turn, delete one of your Digimon. So I hate to tell you guys this because I don't want you guys to know this, but I'm going to tell you, don't be frazzled when you see this. Don't be like, damn, my entire board's got, no. Sequence it. If you have 3 Digimon, 2 are getting deleted. If you have 4 Digimon, still 2. If you have 5, 3 are getting deleted. What happens is that these all occur at the same time, and it's delete one of your Digimon. So if you have 3, the first one activates, you can delete another Digimon. The second one you're resolving the second one, you can delete itself. There's I forget like the sequencing, but there's basically.
No, you were on to it. It can choose to delete itself, okay. And the other one can choose to delete the one that's deleting itself.
Okay, right, because the deletion doesn't happen like immediately. It's literally just like target something for deletion, and then the deletion resolves. So yeah, with 3 Digimon, 1 targets another one. A targets B, B targets B, and C targets A. I think is how it goes. Then you save C. Is how that works out.
I think you're right.
If anybody can explain that better than how I explained it, please have at it. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, don't be frazzled. But it's still a very good option card, and you're gonna get hit with it. So watch out for it. Now, moving on to the last part of pod, Bielstar, the entire deck. So,
3 Musketeers, everything. Yeah.
Sorry, 3 Muskets. Yeah, 3 Muskets was retrained as an archetype. They said, we're tired of you guys abusing 7 cost options. So here, hold this new archetype. So it's really cool because we have a much more like if you are a Musketeer enjoyer like me, you have an entire line. If you are a Bielstar enjoyer, well, you have Bielstar and Bielstar X. But the line, let's see, you have a toy Agumon, that's your searcher. Go ahead, Mike, you were gonna say something?
It's just my big issue with the deck, if we're going to talk about it real quick. They didn't give us enough options for it.
We got this round of 3 name. What's it called? Named options.
We got like Blitz and Hurricane Screw Shot,
which are all good. But like, yeah, that's it. So like, they're the only 3 Musketeer trait options. So it's kind of like,
I'm sure we'll get more eventually.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe
I don't know. We're already 2 sets after this full of reveals at this point, and nothing yet.
Hey, you never know. A random ass promo can come out of nowhere.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. They're gonna hit us with a really good promo for it. But anyways, continue talking about the deck.
So Toy Agumon Searcher for your Musketeers, as well as an option cost with a cost of 6. That makes me laugh.
They're such scumbags. I can't even fucking believe it.
A new Deputymon that is so much better than the old Deputymon because he has the 3 Musketeers trait on your turn. But also, you may trash an option card in 1 Digimon Situation cards. Why that's important? Where are you? Kapurimon. When an effect places an option, gain a memory, and then your muskets work on trashing options. Your options don't have inheritance, but they have effects when they're trashed to do stuff, which we'll get to. So that's why that's important. We have Mega Dramon. You place an option underneath. Papa 6 Careless has piercing. So Magna Kidmon here, that's our first SR. You may use an option from your hand with the 3 Musketeer traits. And then draw cards until there are 6 in your hand, which is really cool. I don't think we've ever had an effect like that in the game, have we? I feel like that's our first one. Draw until you have 6 in your hand.
Yeah.
End of your turn, you trash an option card in its source, and then you give something sec +1, and you attack. So, somewhat kind of blitz. Pretty cool. It doesn't say, a Digimon with this effect can, attack the turn it was played. It just says it may attack, so it has to be able to attack. We don't have anything in blue or yellow or green and black here. Oh, Nature Spirits. I forgot about that. We'll get to that in a second. Toy Agumon. Right. All right. So Toy Agumon's a trash to draw with Reboot. Tankmon is a return 3 from your hand or trash to top deck to Digivolve. That's okay. Gigadramon is much better. You reveal top 4. You place an option underneath. You can either bottom or top deck the rest, which is very important. And then if the effect placed, you can pop an opponent's Digimon or Tamer with a play cost of 3 or less. And it has Collision as an inheritable.
Pretty crazy.
This is Machine Dramon support, so yeah. Son of a bitch. Gundramon. I love Gundramon. Reveal top 6. Use an option with 3 muskets among them, and then return the rest to top or bottom. I love that they do effects like these because it's so much better than reveal top 6 and then trash, or reveal top 6 and then bottom deck 5. No, I get to choose, which is really nice. And then more importantly, when your Digimon with the 3 muskets trait would leave the battle area, you can trash an option card in his source and they don't leave. So he's your protection. So he fires out a shot and then he sits there as your big tank, as he should be. And then our most important rookie, Sparrowmon, start of main, place option to draw 1. We don't have a level 4 in purple. Interesting. Or to 5. So it's just the Yellstar Ace here, who is obviously Ace. On playing with Digivolving, you return an option card from trash to hand. So this is why you play it in a straight Bielstar deck, because it doesn't specify. You just return an option. Then you may use an option with 3 muskets from your hand without paying the cost.
Did I miss it? Did you skip the Sparrowmon?
He did do Sparrowmon. You did do Sparrowmon.
Yeah, I did Sparrowmon.
Oh,
I said it was the most important rookie in the deck.
I blanked out completely.
And then when attacking, you trash an option to use an option in your hand, essentially. Then that's a once per turn. So it plays into the Bielstar, the Bielstar alone deck, just by being able to return your options. You have to play 3 muskets options to make full use of her. With that in mind, Bielstar X is a when Digivolving that you may use an option card with 3 muskets from your hand without paying the cost. And then more importantly, when Digivolving and when attacking, not once per turn. Keeping in mind that it does Digivolve 1 from any 3 Musketeer without the Ex-Ante body and trait. You can trash 2 cards with muskets in its trait from its source to pop your opponent's Digimon at the highest level and trash top card of their security. So this card can hit pretty hard at times. Our 3 options here. Chaos Triangular gives 3k when trashed. Pops a 9k or less, but for each 3 musket you have, you add 3,000 and then you place it underneath. Der Blitz is a D-Digivolve when trashed. Then you pop lowest play cost, place it underneath. And Hurricane Screwshot is the best option. It gains a memory when trashed. And then it fucking pops a level 3 or 4 at 5 and then places itself underneath. So
pretty good.
Yeah, Hurricane
Screwshot is nuts.
Aptly named. It's Hurricane Screwshot. What will the deck do against Imperial? Absolutely dog shit. You're gonna get your fucking sword stripped to oblivion. Against other decks, to be seen. We'll see how it performs. I know none of the Musketeer enjoyers actually like any of the support. Sorry, none of the Bielstar enjoyers like any of the support because they don't like that they can't use their 7-cost options anymore.
Correct.
Mike, as our Bielstar enjoyer, have at it.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I think the deck just kind of sucks. For one, I really don't like that none of the other muskets were ace cards. I think that would have helped the deck out a lot. Especially because they both have on-play effects. And I don't understand Like I don't understand what I'm gonna do benefiting from playing a card for 12 at this point in the game when ace cards exist. Like I don't benefit from doing that. Giving my opponent 12 memory is not a good play anymore. It hasn't been for a long time. If it was a 6 cost on play, that makes them way better because not only does it allow my opponent to pop the card, it allows the opponent to pop the card to gain memory back if they are able to, but also it just doesn't make the card feel as bad. Also, if it was a 6 cost or less, Toy Agumon could search it. Whatever. That's right. One of my big rips of the deck. I still think that despite Bandai
no, it's only an option card it searches. But yeah.
I thought it was 6 cost or less in general.
6 cost option card or less.
Got it, okay. In general.
No, with an exact cost of 6. Sorry, semantics.
Okay. So either way, it's just like, I don't know. I still think that the deck is probably best played just playing Beelstar and none of the other muskets. I don't really... I don't know. I'd have to actually put the deck together. I don't see a world in which I'm playing Gundramon or Magna Kidmon over just Beelstar Ace and Beelstar X and the old Beelstar still.
And that's
for pure Beelstar, yeah.
And that's coming
just in general. I just don't think the other two.
If you're playing the new stuff, you have to play those others, I think.
Well, even if you're playing Beelstar, Beelstar X instead of old Beelstar, I don't think that I'm playing it like that. I'm playing Shoto. I'm still playing 7 cost options, and then I'm playing probably Durblitz and Hurricane Screwshot.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what lists we're doing.
3 Muskets is so bad that a basic Sendromon deck beat in Liberators. End of discussion.
This is true. That most certainly did happen.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
the Star list, yeah, it's literally using Hurricane Screwshot and Durblitz because why would you not? And Shoto and did we? Is there? No, Violet is next set. Okay.
No, Violet's BT18, which really helps the deck out a lot. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun to mess around with. I think that by far the cards to take away from this set is probably Hexblow and Shoto.
Well,
running through it now and just seeing.
So I'll run through it real quick. The whole Nature Spirit line, because Tlacomon is pretty. I'm not saying it's insane or anything, but it does.
Cool.
It does some stupid stuff when it pops off. The rest of the entire line isn't really important. Otamon players can't reduce play cost. Well, I guess that's important because blue gets their play cost floodgate. The Gekomon, the Shogun Gekomon don't really matter. They're just draws. Another generic blue jamming inheritable. Shogun Gekomon can be important. All your Digimon with Nature Spirits can't have their attack targets changed. Saber Leomon is very important for the deck because it gives that neg 8k to 2 of your opponent's suspended Digimon, but it also suspends one of your opponent's Digimon. And then this combos with the Eldradimon that on play reveal top 4, you play 7 play cost worth Nature Spirit, so you play out that Saber Leo, end of turn, force the DNA, get into Talaco or Tlak. Somebody butcher me or fucking flame me.
Yeah, it's just Talak.
Talakmon, which lets you play, and then if DNA, you can play more. But then when Digivolving and when attacking, you get to neg 7 for each of your Digimon, which can snowball really quickly. You can do probably neg 28 with this. Which is insane for a freaking level 7. That's a DNA either on a when they say yellow-green, it means yellow or green, right? Not yellow and green.
Yeah.
So a yellow or green and a black or blue. So depending on the type of deck you play, if you find space for it, because if you can DNA it, why not? But it's still just when Digivolving natively for 6 cost, play Nature Spirits in a play cost Silverless and then also doing the neg, I find it really cool in concept. It's a 3-color motherfucker, so Heaven's Judgment goes hard with it, just like Magna X. As a matter of fact, Heaven's Judgment goes harder with it because if you're doing all that shit, you're fucking like negging.
Probably has something that's blue on board and maybe like red on board or something. I forget what all the colors are in it, but
there's so many.
You have a lot of colors on it.
You can do neg 21 off Tlaloc, and then Heaven's Judgment fucking clears out 24? The rest of the board if you didn't already clear everything out. So a lot of stupid shenanigans that can happen there. I feel like Tlaloc is like one of those cards that's not very good now, but in the future. Of course, with more Nature Spirit support, as we see more family support in Digimon, because that's something that is new in this set. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, I agree with Mike. Big takeaways, definitely Hexspell, because every blue deck is playing it. Shoto, because every big body deck is playing it. And I mean, that's probably the only two, to be honest. If you can't tell, the set's very low power level.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. It's a weird set because there's a lot of cool cards in it, but there's not a lot that actually impacts the game. And I mean, it is an EX set, and I don't think that EX sets usually have cards that impact the game too heavily. But it's weird to go from like last EX set, which was like 7 Great Demon Lords,
EX5 and 6.
Yeah, you know, it's like it's weird to go.
I think the reason why this is such like quote unquote low power is because this is like the introduction of the like Liberators. So like,
just wait till they hit
future Liberators is probably gonna be crazy for sure. I just think it's just like this feels like it's like. This feels like, you know, Digimon BT1 all over, but for Liberators, essentially.
In a sealed format, this set goes hard. Like, we could have an entire sealed format.
It could be fun,
like Liberators cards, and this shit would go hard. But yeah, with the power level of the game right now, yeah, it's just too, not even vanilla. It's just too low power level for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Hexablow. Hexablow is really good.
But watching like, you know, next year, this time around or something like that, we're going to see like the most busted like Vortex stuff going on, or like Central
a year from now,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Revisit this episode and like, let's see like how much shit has changed with the Liberators cards, because it'll be super interesting.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Like Galacticmon, we're getting the Owen line in BT18.
Yep.
And then we're not even getting a full line because it's just the Vemon and the Snatchmon and sorry, not Owen. What's his name?
Yeah.
So those 3 cards, BT19, we can presume that we're getting Destro and Galacticmon. Possibly. But like, it's just like there's so much room. That's why I love Liberators as a concept, because there's so much room for them to maneuver. They literally have all the space in the world to make whatever they want. So yeah, I'm super excited regardless of power level. I'm gonna enjoy the shit out of this set
for sure.
Anyways, we're back with another long pod, so we're gonna wrap it up there. Thank you guys for tuning in for today's EX7 set preview. Let us know in the comments, what do you guys look forward to in EX7? We know it's low power level, but if you're like me, you don't give 2 shits about that because you're playing whatever shit that you like. Let us know. And yeah, parting words. Wrap it before you sharp it.
Peace. I'm fucking tired. I traveled today. It's midnight.
We talk to you guys the next time. Peace out.
Catch you on the next one.